On September 22nd, something quietly flips. Day and night come out even, and from that moment until December, the dark side wins a little more of every 24 hours. Which is the good news if you own a telescope. September is the month the night takes the sky back. Longer dark, warmer air, and a whole new set of things overhead. Welcome back to Hidden Universe. This is the September 2026 Sky Guide. 10 things you can actually find this month. From an ordinary driveway under city skies. 9 of the 10 things in this guide are my own photographs, taken from my driveway under city skies. Only the last one is borrowed, and you'll see why. If I can find them, you can find them. First, the calendar. 4 dates worth circling this month. September 11th and 12th, new moon. No moonlight at all. These are the 2 darkest nights of the month, and if you only get out once, make it this weekend. September 22nd, the equinox. The sun crosses the equator heading south, and everywhere on Earth gets a night and a day of almost exactly equal length. September 25th, Neptune reaches opposition as close and as bright as it gets all year. It's the hardest thing on tonight's list, and we'll finish there. And September 26th, the full harvest moon, the full moon closest to the equinox. For a few nights around it, the moon rises close to sunset night after night. Number 1, and the reason to go outside this month at all, Saturn. Fair warning though, early in September, it doesn't clear the rooftops until after 11. Start overhead and come back to it. By the last week, it's rising at sunset. It's building toward opposition on October 4th, when Earth slides right between Saturn and the Sun. By late September, it's rising around sunset, and it's up essentially all night. And the rings are doing something unusual. Right now, they're barely 8 degrees open, when Saturn can tilt as much as 27. So instead of the wide, sweeping rings you see in photographs, you get a narrow blade of light cutting past the planet. This is Saturn from my driveway. No dark site, no mountain, no observatory. A small telescope in a suburb, and there it is. The thing that made me care about any of this. Number 2 is the one you can't miss, the harvest moon on September 22nd. Here's what actually makes it special. Around the equinox, the moon's path sits at a shallow angle to the horizon. So instead of rising 50 minutes later each night, it rises only 20 or 30 minutes later. Several evenings in a row, moonrise lands near sunset. That's the real effect, and it's why farmers cared. The giant orange moon everyone photographs is just a low moon. The same size illusion, and the same reddening you get from any moon near the horizon. One tip: harvest moon night is for the moonrise itself, so watch it come up over the rooftops. But if you want craters, come out 3 or 4 nights earlier, when the shadow line still cuts across the face. That's where the craters get dramatic. Number 3, before you look, give your eyes 20 minutes to adapt and kill the porch light. High overhead in Pegasus sits M52, and it's one of the most extreme objects on this list. It's a globular cluster, roughly 100,000 stars bound together in a ball about 33,000 light-years away. Its core has collapsed inward, packing stars so tightly that near the center they're separated by a fraction of the distance to our nearest neighbor star. In a small telescope, it starts as a fuzzy dot, stack a few minutes of light, and the edges shatter into individual stars. This is mine from the driveway. Number 4 is its neighbor, and honestly, the more underrated of the two, M2, low in the south in Aquarius around mid-evening. About 150,000 stars, 37,000 light-years away, and one of the richest globulars in the sky. The light you're catching left it during the last ice age. To find it, look low in the south for Sat al-Sud, the brightest star in that empty-looking stretch of Aquarius, and go about 5 degrees straight up. In a suburb, it's a soft, round glow that refuses to sharpen, and that softness is 37,000 light-years of distance. Number 5 is the headline act of autumn, climbing higher every night in the northeast, the Andromeda Galaxy, M31. 2.5 million light-years away. From a truly dark site, it's the most distant thing a human eye can reach unaided. From a driveway like mine, you won't see it with your eyes at all. You need the scope. That gap is the whole reason this channel exists. And it's coming toward us. In about 6.5 billion years, these two will most likely merge. Nothing will collide. The stars are too far apart. The sky just slowly rearranges itself. To find it, use the Great Square of Pegasus, then step up the chain of stars in Andromeda, and set your expectations honestly. From a suburb, it's a gray oval. Nothing looks like the photographs at the eyepiece. What you get is a smudge, and the knowledge that those photons crossed millions of years to reach you. Number 6 is the one that humbles people. Right next door to Andromeda, M33, the Triangulum Galaxy, sometimes called the hardest easy object in the sky. It's enormous, nearly 3 million light-years out, and face-on, which sounds ideal, but that spreads its light thin. Don't even try it before midnight when it's still low in the haze, which is half of why people fail at it. Here's the technique that saves it. Look slightly to the side of it, not straight at it. The edges of your retina are far more sensitive than the center, and faint galaxies genuinely appear when you stop staring. This is M33 from my driveway. Number 7 is my favorite object on this entire list, and almost nobody points a telescope at it, NGC 891. It's a spiral galaxy about 30 million light-years away that happens to be turned exactly edge-on. You see a thin needle of starlight, split lengthwise by a dark lane of dust. It is very likely what our own Milky Way would look like from outside. Find Almach, the star at the Perseus end of Andromeda. NGC 891 sits about 3.5 degrees east of it, roughly a finger's width. Get it high, near midnight, and stack it. The glow of a city doesn't go away, but it's steady, and starlight keeps adding up faster than that glow does. Stack long enough and the galaxy climbs out of it. Number 8 is a pair, and it's the easiest win in this guide. In Cassiopeia, that big W overhead, 2 open clusters, M52 and M103. M52 is about 5,000 light-years out, M103 about 10. Neither needs long stacking. A short exposure, or a steady look through binoculars, resolves them both. M52 sits off the open end of the W. Run the line from Shedar through Kaf and keep going about the same distance again. M103 is at the other end. Find Rushba, the star where the W kinks, and nudge a degree northeast. Number 9 shows up late, and it's a signal. Wait until later in the evening, look east, and you'll catch the Pleiades climbing, M45. About 440 light-years away, and only 100 million years old, which is young for stars. Most people can pick out 6 or 7 with their eyes. Binoculars turn that into dozens, and it's honestly better in binoculars than in a big telescope. In photographs, you'll see blue haze wrapped around the brightest stars. That's not left over from their birth. The cluster is simply drifting through an unrelated cloud of dust and lighting it up in passing. And when the Pleiades come back, winter is coming with them. Orion is right behind. Which brings us to number 10, the hardest thing on this list. Neptune at opposition on September 25th. Neptune is about 2.7 billion miles away. Sunlight takes over 4 hours to get there. One lap around the sun takes 165 Earth years, which means it has completed only one full orbit since it was discovered. And it was found by arithmetic. Uranus wasn't moving the way it should, so astronomers calculated where an unseen planet would have to be, pointed a telescope there, and it was. Here's the trick to finding it. All month, Neptune sits about 9 degrees from Saturn in the same patch of sky. Find Saturn, the brightest thing down there, then work west about 1.5 fists at arm's length. Set expectations, though. At magnitude 7.7, it always needs optics. It's a tiny blue-gray dot that refuses to twinkle, but that dot is a world 4 times wider than Earth, and you found it from your driveway. One more thing. Opposition night is the day before the full moon, so hunt Neptune in the first half of September instead. It stays bright for weeks. Quick word on gear. Binoculars will show you the Pleiades and Andromeda as a smudge. A small Dobsonian splits the globulars and shows Saturn's rings. A smart telescope stacks faint light automatically, which is what beats light pollution. Links are in the description. Buy the cheapest one that gets you outside. So that's September. Saturn all night long. A harvest moon, 2 globular clusters, 3 galaxies, a pair of star clusters, the Pleiades returning, and a planet you have to earn. Pick one. Go stand outside on the 11th or 12th when the moon is gone, let your eyes adjust for 20 minutes, and just look up. It's free and it's right there. Subscribe if you want the October guide, which drops October 1st. Orion comes back next month, and I've been waiting all year for it. Clear skies.